We're here for the third round, the 25th season of the Allflattious iGP Championship, and we've had a huge update to the game since the last race, so everything is a bit of an unknown quantity right now. Every team, well, most teams have been handed free design points. The car performance has been completely thrown out of whack compared to what it was before. They've changed how the tyres work, and the main thing they've changed is that cars will no longer go through one another. So there'll be no ghosting, and the cars will go around one another, which is very interesting because in the corners they don't really seem to have a concept of how to do this, but we'll get to that once the race starts and we'll see how it is. But certainly the knowledge base of how to play the game that has existed up until now has been completely thrown away. However, not much seems to have changed at the front because it's Alain Prost on pole for McLaren, the two-time champion. He's joined on the front row by his teammate Ronnie Peterson. It's all Lotus second row with Reutemann leading Jarret as per usual. Then Bourdais and Chabouis make it a Ligier third row and fifth and sixth. Nannini goes from seventh, out qualifying his teammate Carlos Pache for once, and an all Brabham fourth row. And the Noah's Ark top 10 is completed by RWB with Jackie Ickx ninth and Eddie Cheever 10th. Johnny Servo's Gavan is the final soft run. He starts 11th, out qualified by the RWBs. Then it's the two Tyrrells, Scheckter and Rindt, having rather good qualifying. They appear to have out-developed both Ferrari and Alfa Romeo, as they are the top medium runners bar RWB. Andretti goes from 14th, poor by his standard this season. Then it's the championship leader, Patrick Depay, alongside his teammate, the reigning champion, Rolf Stommelen. Aston Martin go from 17th and 18th, a pretty dismal qualifying for them, but Beltois ahead of Rodriguez. Chris Amon 19th, joined on the back row by Mauro Baldi.
Indeed. Wish you hadn't mentioned the design points thing, to be quite honest with you. I don't think it needed to be mentioned. But anyway, indeed, McLaren 1-2 on the front row for this third round of the season, with nearly 2 minutes left until the start of the race.
Well, I only mentioned the design points because it may become relevant if we see Jackie Ickx or Eddie Cheever winning the race or on the podium. And also, lots of teams have gone different directions. I know that Lotus and Brabham have pretty much poured it all into fuel economy. Ligier may have done the same, judging by the fact they're behind Lotus on the grid. So they're going to be much lighter and quicker at the start, but with less pace as the race goes on. So they're going to really have to get ahead of the two McLarens on really to make off the line to make their strategy work.
Yeah, indeed. But yeah, something I really wanted to happen, to be honest. Except for one team, but it seems a lot of teams have followed it. It's now going to be interesting indeed. I wonder if Alfa Romeo are going to be very discouraged by this, being 7 tenths behind the RWBs on the same tyre. But regardless, it would just have to happen, and it would be interesting for the rest of the season. And nearly a minute left until the start of this race, which the two McLarens are going to lead probably down to turn 1. It's going to be interesting if both him and Peterson will be alongside for the first two corners, as happens at a lot of the start of the races that we've seen in this week, just before the start of this third round, since the new update.
We'll also get DRS and boost enabled on lap 2 rather than lap 3, and boost is now rechargeable, which means we will have even more insufferable usage from the AI than was previously the case. A great shame. But I think really Lotus, with their light fuel load, have to get McLaren off the start. But with two McLarens and you can't go through cars anymore, you've got to go around them. That might be a more difficult challenge than it was previously, but let's see.
Yeah, very much so. Anyway, 20 seconds to the start. And they're ready now. Just waiting for the lights. We'll be on the way for this. It's probably going to be a pivotal race this season already, and only the third round. The lights are ahead of us now. We have 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. The Azerbaijan IGP is underway, and Prost maintains his lead from the start. Jarret past his teammate Reutemann, and Chabouis past his teammate. Pache is now past, both as Peterson heads into the lead, but continuing to fight with both Prost and Jarret. It's all very fast paced. Down to the back straight.
On the back straight was him. Prost is doing his best to defend from Jarret. Peterson locks up. Prost defends. Jarret gets him on acceleration, so Jarret up into second. It looks like Jarret is the man leading Lotus's charge. If they can't make hay in the first few laps when they have the fuel advantage, it's going to make it a lot more difficult. certainly on 3D management, it's absolutely fine. There's no issues with the playability. I suspect everyone on 2D is complaining. Yes, Alfa Romeo are indeed complaining.
It is pretty bad, to be honest, but anyway, Jarier, yes, indeed, in second now, splitting the two McLarens. Scheckter got up into the top 10 and ahead of both RWBs, so far it's not going very well. That might suggest that they are a bit lighter at the start of this race, although Scheckter was just a really good driver, so that might be why. And he's getting...
I suspect it's the driver. I suspect it's down to Jody Scheckter.
But it might also be
down
fuel, I don't know. It depends on how RWB have done anything. As Jarier and Prost continue to fight over second place, the two Frenchmen. Pache with a brilliant start up into fourth place. Reutemann nowhere to be seen but Bourdais, and is very far over Jabri actually. He's got Scheckter past him already, and here comes Scheckter. He's going already into seventh place, and he's going to be up and after the top soft runners. Reutemann boosting behind Bourdais to maintain position. Scheckter fighting still with Jabri and Nini over 7th place, but it seems like he's got a hold of that quite easily. Further back, Rindt struggling with, relative to his teammate over an RWB of Eddie Cheever. And further back, it is misery for Alfa Romeo because Patrick Pyatt is down in 20th place, Stomlin only 13th.
Well, Alfa Romeo are complaining. They're saying that it's not fine, even on 3D. What a shocking suggestion. But I'm certainly watching on 2D as well. It looks absolutely fine on 2D, unlike some other circuits. So
yeah, there's a few circuits where it's worse than others. Italy and Japan, Hungary are examples.
Singapore, yeah.
Anyway, Prost almost a second behind Jarier at this stage, but he has indeed.
He's not got the boost. He's not got the DRS, but with reach, Peterson can't pass Prost, even though Prost...
One thing I don't like about this is that the DRS thing fades in and out when they're trying to pass.
Yeah, well...
Scheckter trying to get past Bourdais now. The group ahead is just getting away from him, so...
I have no idea why Schecter's so quick, apart from that he's a brilliant driver. Really.
The fuel...
They're going 3 wide in second place.
Yeah. Isn't a winner in this race as far as I'm aware? No, he's not. Pache into second place ahead of both McLarens, and Jarier is absolutely cleared off. He does this in races sometimes, does Jean-Pierre Jarier. And now Pache in second. This is almost reading out like a 1970s actual Formula 1 race currently. But yeah.
Yeah, well... I don't know if you're seeing it on whatever view you're looking at, but certainly on the view I'm managing from in 3D, the cars are locking up an awful lot into the corners.
Some boosting going on here. Schecter's fallen behind Alessandro Nini, who's come out of absolutely nowhere. But anyway, that's rather ruined his progress. But that's kind of what we can expect. I mean, Scheckter should be reacting and boost immediately, but he's not going to. This is... Yeah,
this is on the inside of Prost, but he can't make it work.
Yeah, Prost dropping...
Gary's not getting away that much from the
and past Prost into 4th place. Prost down to 5th. Nannini following, not far behind. It's so amazing how cars can just close up within a matter of 3 corners by just getting ahead.
They're slamming on the brakes in the middle of straights half the time to avoid collisions. That's why.
Nannini is just really quick at the moment. He's got into clean air. He's just quick. He's almost back into the DRS of this group. But it's really Jarier who's cleared off with Pache, who's nearly a second ahead of Peterson. Are the AI in a good place at the moment?
At the moment, but I suspect they won't be shortly. I suspect this is a
situation. Not an AI. He's got his manager in the game, but Pache's in a good position.
Yeah, the tyres are absolutely horrendous, by the way.
Yeah.
Temperatures. Indeed. Shocking, because it is a circuit,
anyway, which is he closing in enough on Jarier? No. It looks like he is, but he hasn't. Reutemann is going to get up behind the Brazilian.
Reutemann hasn't got DRS.
He hasn't, but he's managed to defend.
I mean, well, yeah, that's the thing now. You can defend against cars with DRS, which didn't used to be the case. You can now defend against cars with DRS, which is a new thing.
Collapsed off the face of the earth for some reason. I think this is just...
He's ahead...
Yeah,
still ahead of Jabri.
Yeah, but now he's defending from them, having been faster than all of them earlier in the race. It's just rather bizarre. I did see this yesterday in Formula Junior.
It's tyre temp. I suspect it's tyre temp. Because the mediums are horrendous. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, but that would only make sense in the earlier part of the race, not the opening laps. It's now 5 laps in. That shouldn't be really much of a concern compared to earlier in the race. But anyway, Pache Or if it's going to be concern, it's going to be concern all the race rather than just this.
Is that there's an arrows in 14th, so I was confused. It circles Gavin's 14th. Oh, Nannini passes Ronnie Peterson.
Patrick Depay is still 20th and up behind Beltoir, but Stockman's making some progress. He's now 10th. Not far behind Scheckter, who made brilliant progress earlier on, but is now in trouble.
Prost is staying with the guys who are lighter.
Stockman is going to get into 9th place, possibly. Nope. Defends off from the Alfa Romeo. The action at the front sees both Lotuses in first and second. Pache third. Prost. Nannini. It's an absolute melee at the moment, and Peterson's managed to find himself much further back than he was only about a lap ago. Pache and Prost exchanging positions. Prost getting by him again. He's going to the back straight. Pache pass. This is enthralling action. Not sure what it means, but it is action. Reutemann under pressure from everyone behind him, I imagine is going to be on this lap, but you can defend from DRS, and at the moment it seems like Lotus are benefiting the most, and that's probably because they're lightest at the moment.
I think the Brabhams are lighter, but
potentially
I think the tyres just can't heat them up.
But they are.
Can't heat tyres up.
Yeah, indeed, but they are, of course, AI, so... Yeah, here goes Pache then. He's cleared off from Prost. Nannini now into 4th place. It's currently Lotus and Brabham's 1st and 4th.
Yeah, Pache used boost, which is why he dropped Prost from his DRS.
Indeed, now Scheckter has fallen behind both Ligiers, who has continued the boost, but Scheckter is not from what I'm aware of, anyway. The recharge is rather interesting. But
annoying.
It is annoying, but then again, it is good to see AI fighting. I know it's not ideal, but they have a chance, and that means it's a good chance for the lower teams if they just get their teams correctly set up. But anyway, look at this. Sharon Reutemann fighting over first place on the back straight here. And nearly a third car involved of Carlos Pache. Peterson's dropped a bit back
Pache's
now
quicker
from his teammate. He's got Bourdais haunting him. Jabwi in the background. Scheckter and Stommelen now really the only proper run. Well, yes, proper runners on medium tyres. And it seems Stommelen's now quicker than Scheckter as the race has developed on. Patrick Depay, I can report, is still 20th. And that's because of the DRS.
I'm sure Alfa Romeo will be thrilled.
But they've still got Stommelen in there. And he is 10 seconds behind the leader, but still, he's still there. So it's not like they haven't got a car to compete.
He's back. Oh, yeah.
They're on the wrong tyre. They're just on the wrong tyre.
Yeah, the mediums are awful. The mediums are just awful. You can't really use them. So...
Yeah, that's the main reason. They would probably be up here. Maybe further, maybe lowest.
Well, to be fair, he can't catch Scheckter.
Well, he's quicker in them at the moment. He's clearly quicker than him. Scheckter's fallen off compared to his earlier race pace, which I don't think is tyre related. I think that's just how it is, really. I don't think he's doing very well in this stage of the race, but anyway.
Question is, what are people going to go to when they pit? What tyres are people going to go to when they pit?
Earliest.
The Gavin's going to go to mediums, I reckon.
I suspect so, having looked at the strategy before the race. Anyway, here's Reutemann up behind Jerry. He's still in his DRS, and they're clearing away from... Well, I say they're clearing away, not really. The two McLarens are still at the back of the sprint. Peterson without DRS and defending from Prost.
Yeah, he's defending for his teammate.
Yeah, I don't think that's...
defending for his teammate.
Yeah, I'm not really sure that was wise, but maybe it was...
He wasn't meant to be.
Maybe it was unavoidable, really. It's just unavoidable.
He wasn't being ordered to.
Yeah. Yes, but it's unavoidable. I suspect.
Brabham have fallen off now in terms of pace.
Indeed, Reutemann still challenging Jerry on the inside into this corner here. Still on the inside of the corner. It's just like they're on rails at the moment. And it's another sequence of this front straight where they're just going to be side by side. Prost past Peterson on the same straight. And Reutemann in, Pache in, Peterson in. So, and then Bourdais, really the first proper soft stoppers then. And they're obviously going to fit soft tyres, at least in Reutemann's case, wise. Because the medium is just not really any good. As Bourdais arrives into the pit lane backwards for some reason. Or tilt to his side, I should say. Anyway, where do they fall out? Here's Reutemann, he's ahead of Rindt. Up behind Andretti, Chiva and Stommelen. So this is really the bad news for Stommelen.
You can't pass.
Yeah, you might yeah, it's just impossible to pass at the moment. I don't mind this, to be honest. I think DRS has just been too OP for too long, really. I don't think it should exist.
So we've already got Al. Oh, so yeah, you only lose about 13 seconds for a pit stop as well. So
yeah, they're on the wrong tyres. So I don't think Tyrrell will be happy about their strategy either. Considering the car that they had, they were one of the few teams that, apart from RWB, to go to the league. It's not really working for RWB either. They're slower. Anyway, Jarry and Anini Prost, and I suspect Jabwi all going to be in. Indeed so. Stomlin will take the lead of the race, but that won't last for long because Reuteman's up behind.
Well, this has worked out quite well for Reutemann, I must say.
He's so far ahead. You want to be up behind Stomlin, though. I don't think you want to. You'd rather just rise ahead already anyway. He can defend anyway, really. It's not, I don't know why he's boosting. That was pointless. He defend anyway, but there we are. Jarrier in 7th, and then where are the two McLarens? 13th and 14th. They're quite far back now from the group that's trying to win this race, really. Jabri down in 19th.
Peterson's getting swamped.
Gavin
by Bourdais.
So that's just terrible. I mean, it doesn't matter. Their car is absolutely awful. But it happens. Anyway, Reutemann.
Yeah, you're losing a lot
lead
of
this
time
race again pretty soon. This is just rather balmy. Stomlin in.
Yeah, it's mental. Stomlin in. So Stomlin's going to go to soft, I suspect, if he's got any common sense.
Yeah.
Nope. Nope.
Yep. Alfa
can't really complain.
To be honest,
really
they are kind of just at a loss anyway, really, having started on the tyre. They're now just deciding to try and go.
Yeah, but they've gone for a strategy that doesn't make sense anymore. In terms of the... Oh my god, Bourdais on the inside of Prost, having a real battle.
But it doesn't. So now they're just trying to go as long as possible, aren't they? But they can't go much longer, that's the problem. And that really reduce pace, to be honest. Anyway. Yeah, McLaren only... Now Prost is 9th, but far behind where they need to be. Reutemann is clearing.
Yeah. It's out of transition. I mean...
Jarrier's got more boost than Reutemann at this stage, and of course the younger tyres, so he'll hope that once he gets past Scheckter, he's got enough pace to get up behind his team. But I suspect if Lotus are just going to win this race, they'll let Reutemann do so.
Reutemann's ahead in the championship, isn't he? Yeah.
Yeah,
he finished ahead in both races.
Even though Jarrier is very good in the individual races.
Well, they don't want Jarrier to win the title because he's been sacked.
I see no issue with giving a sacked driver the title. It's just a title, no matter what. And
Williams
makes the mistake of going on to the mediums as well. Alfa Romeo not cutting their losses. They're just trying to go for this.
I think Alfa are 3-stopping.
Yeah, it's not really.
And I mentioned that because I mentioned that as a relevant fact because I'm pretty sure that some of the teams that are doing mediums all the way are 2-stopping. So they're going to have to find a whole pit stop.
Yeah, it's not happening. It's not happening on that time. I suspect the Lotuses might be already ahead. Yeah,
yeah. Oh, Lotus. Yeah, if Lotus pitted, if Reutemann pitted now, he'd come out where Peterson is. I think.
And he'd be quicker immediately, so he'd probably almost get 2 pit stops worth by the end of that very next.
Well, yeah, they've made some catastrophic errors in how they've altered the way pit stops work. I'll give you that. I'll tell you that.
Oh no, I think the error is just Alfa Romeo. They're just on the wrong tyre.
Well, yeah, they don't know what they're doing. I mean, you can't complain. You can't really complain. They'll probably quit after this race as well, which will cause a nightmare for sorting things out in terms of the driver lineup. But anyway. Right, Alain Prost has now caught Jose Carlos Pache.
Already a race this season. They won the last race, didn't they?
Yeah, they won Bahrain thanks to the rain.
It's just insanity.
As I would like
to give it time.
Put it. But...
They had their ups and downs last season, so really they can't complain. Of course, there was already the chance
Prost
they were going to lead.
Checked there. Prost goes for a double move. Pache on the outside at the end of the DRS. So he might make it 3 here and get Shiva on acceleration out of the corner. He does. So he's now got to hold this against the cars that are lighter.
I wonder how long Schecter's going. For the 2-stop, I guess.
I think that lap 15, yeah, because the medium's wear went down from 5% to 4%.
It'd be interesting if
so
you can get anywhere near Stomlin at the end. Probably not.
But Schechter's racing patchy for position. They've got the same number of stops left. Schechter's net, I think Cheever's 3 times, so Schechter's net 6th at the moment.
Yeah. Yeah, indeed. But anyway. All day, passing Schechter on the straight.
Peterson's trying to get both of them now.
Yeah, Peterson on the medium tires, didn't realise that.
That's why he fell off so much, yeah.
Well, he was already falling off. He was already falling off relative to Prost anyway. He was quite good.
He's really racing Pache now.
Yeah.
And Peterson's going past Bourdais if he can find a way through, which he can't.
Can you do it on the braking?
Not. No, on acceleration.
He looks pretty quick considering the tyres on him, relative to Bourdais at least. Problem is, he'll probably just start dropping away as the race progresses. Cheever a bit of a roadblock at the moment, having not stopped yet. Amazingly ahead of Schechter after all this. Schechter doing 2-minute 2s and Cheever about 2 seconds faster than the previous lap. That's just madness. But it'll be in this lap, and so will Cheever, I imagine. Nope. Schechter is in that.
Yes. Alfa Romeo are upset that you actually have to go around people when you're DRS.
It is a different way to the game, but
yeah, well, you've got to play. You've actually got to play the game that's in front of you.
They've made the incorrect strategy call today. It just can't happen. I'm not going to blame them for it because I mean it can happen. It's a new game.
Yeah. Prost can't get past Nannini at the moment, and Peterson can't really get past Cheever either.
And here's Jarier ahead of his teammate now, so maybe they are going to let them fight it out.
Yeah, Jarry's got more boost.
Yeah, I still suspect they'll give Reutemann a win if they have any sniff.
Well, I think that'd be the right call, yeah.
Yes, it would be, and they're 7 seconds ahead of Prost, the next challenger.
Yeah, but that should come down as the race goes on, I think.
We'll see.
Because the main advantage is weight. The main advantage is lighter.
Yeah, but at the same time, I think the only time the gap did come down was because it was an AI that was in that position, and that was a VRWB win in Valencia.
Yeah, but fundamentally,
now it's 2 managers in charge of the car.
Yeah, but fundamentally, it's a quicker car than McLaren. So
we'll see.
Once the weights equal out, it should be all right. But we'll see. Achiever's gone to the soft tyres. I have no idea what the order is outside the top 10.
Well, I can tell you it. It's Gavan, Schechter now. It's Gavan, Cheever, Andretti, Baldi, Beltois, Amon, Rint, and Rodriguez. The Pie is now 10th. Well, to be fair, he's about nearly 10 seconds behind his teammate, but nevertheless.
Sumlin's actually in this, isn't he? Sumlin's kind of in this.
Yeah, sort of, at the moment. Not for the win, but for good points. Yeah, totally. As he can beat anyone from probably Jabri to Pache, I suspect. They're on the same thing, aren't they? And Nannini even as well. I think it'll be a bit hard to beat Prost overall.
Diabolical.
But still.
The mediums are horrendous.
Yeah. Someone's making it work reasonably. We should say that. Further behind though, this is the battle. This is the battle.
Using boost doesn't really work in the 3D app. It's what I'm discovering. It's very difficult to use boost.
Dude, that's amazing. Next, up behind the pie now. Not a really good race for Ferrari at the moment.
No, but that's surprising.
Season. But yeah, that's just not an own goal, but it's just been shot in the foot by
well, they were in the fight for the last 2 wins, in the last 2 races. They were in the fight for wins.
But so had Tyrrell, because their drivers...
Right, Reutemann in. What's Reutemann going to do? Yeah, Brabham suffered that as well. Yeah, Reutemann pit soft again. Okay. Yeah.
Probably better for it now that we can go on mediums as well. I'm sure the mediums will be a bit better later.
Right, Peterson's past Jabri.
Probably also better with an AI than it is with a manager behind you. Yeah, look at Jarier extending his lead. If the fuel effect's going to come in, it needs to come soon. Because otherwise, he's going to clear away easily. Here's Reutemann up behind Peterson. He's going to make
Peterson just passed Reutemann. Peterson just passed Reutemann.
And Reutemann immediately passes him back, so not really relevant. But anyway, Reutemann is going to make easy work of these people, quite obviously.
Stommelin's in this fight, really, so I don't think they can complain that they were...
Bad mistake from Reutemann up behind
slow
all day.
car.
Lost the position, but gets it back immediately. He's just quicker. He's just obviously going to be quicker at the stage race. Jarry, and where's he going to fall out relative to his teammate? Obviously really fits the softs. Prost in as well, and was 10 seconds behind Jarry. Could even be further back if his stop is worse. That's the thing as well. Everyone has to be... Actually, no, it's not the case for most teams, because their pit crew wasn't great. Interesting they didn't decide to make the pit crew's levels increase as well. It's still 100, isn't it, for the 100% or whatever, 100.
Yeah, well, they just left them.
Indeed. So now again, it's a familiar sight for this race. The two Brabhams and then the two Lotuses. And then, well, Peterson joined up behind, but not really relevant. Stommelin fighting with Jabri over 6th and 7th.
Did he what's absolutely fine, and as a way to manage that I've just discovered. If you go on the mini map at the top of the screen, that's great. That's just 2D basically.
Yes, I know. Yes, I already knew that. I've known that since they put 3D in the game. What, 3 years ago or 4, whatever it was.
Yeah, but normal 2D is a bit clunky in the way it works in race management, but the 2D mini map is fine.
Well, it's probably because of the app. That's probably why. It's probably just a mistake. Anyway.
Yeah. But using boost doesn't work. You can't really use it.
Well, that's unfortunate. Anyway, Reutemann not got the DRS on his. The UI is a bit bugged at the moment, I must say. Doesn't really give good indication of what the hell is going on.
Yeah, I'm going to close the map.
But yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't. But it's really difficult to use boost on the 3D app.
I must say, this is a better watch than how it was on the previous, when we had phasing in and out on 3D. It looks a bit better now, I must say. Slightly clunky,
yeah, well, Alpha may
but it progresses better, I should say. Yeah, Alpha won't agree. Anyway, yes, Alpha are here indeed. So Stommelin is not doing too bad.
Stommelin's in the fight for here.
I know, he shouldn't be complaining, really. He's here.
Yeah, he is. He's caught up to the...
he's going to have to stop.
Yeah.
And then...
Yeah, you can't... What I will say is that you can't actually get any tyre temp.
Yeah.
Like,
he's doing his best.
RWB are so slow because they can't get any tyre temp. That's why all the AI...
I mean, Stommelin's in the fight for good points. In the freeze. Is what I should say.
He's in the fight for third. He's ahead of Prost net, I think.
No.
Oh.
He's like 4 seconds ahead of me at the moment.
Yeah, but they both got the same number of stops to make now.
Stomlin's still got his next stop to make, and he's going to be falling further behind us.
Yeah, maybe he's going mediums. He's 3 stopping.
He did what, 11 laps on the previous set, so this is going to be.
Yeah, he's 3 stopping, and Prost is 4 stopping. Is my point.
Yeah.
So they both got 2 left.
No, but when Prost gets out in front, he's going to get a gap on Stomlin.
Right, some of the fuel use is quite steep.
Yeah, the Prost is closing.
So
the Prost is closing in on Stomlin anyway. He's close to about half.
Prost's fastest man on track.
That last sector.
The problem with the 3D app is it's very difficult to manage it.
Well, could be worse. Could be 2D.
Yeah, I'm not sure how... 2D looks fine at this circuit, actually. It looks like it's something that you could have just used and it would have been fine. Looking at RWB, who have absolutely no tyre temperature, which I suspect is the same fate that has befallen Tyrrell and Ferrari and Brabham.
Well, at least they're on the right
but
side.
They have no... Yeah, they've still got no tyre temp. Cheaper.
Well, that's rather remarkable that they've got no tyre temp.
Yeah, well, on the softs.
No, but usually when a manager is in game but can't use his boost, actually it's more better than being an AI in terms of the tyre temp. In terms of the boost situation, it's worse, but in terms of tyre temp, it should be better. Ferrari had that a couple of seasons ago at Austria, and it just worked to their effect. Anyway.
Right, so 10 seconds is the advantage Lotus now have.
It was about the same as it was before Jerry made a stop.
Dupaille is behind Nannini, so Pache has benefited massively by pitting first. Actually performed an astronomical undercut, I must say. As once again, Peter gets actually shafted by the DRS.
We don't know though, because it can just happen because of boosting. That we don't notice.
Chiva gets ahead of
Dupaille.
Yeah, Peterson's struggling quite dramatically.
Scheckter and Pache, and now Peterson and Jabby closing. Nannini behind one former Ferrari driver and the current Ferrari driver, Mario Andretti. Yeah,
Dupaille is struggling, but he's just in a bad position. We've got a terrible group at the back of the field.
Yeah, expected group at the back of the field, which also I would argue includes Chris Amy. And
yes, well, why is Dupaille pitted again? Dupaille's pitted again, or is that his second stop? Sorry, it's his second stop. So he's gone to the softs. Have Alpha pit Stommel on softs as well? Yes, they have.
So
you can't use the boost. I can't boost Peterson. I can't boost him. I managed just there, but it's very, very difficult.
Prost is basically almost on the brink of being ahead of Stommel when he makes the stop.
You just can't boost, basically. That's the problem. It doesn't work.
Used absolutely none. I don't get it though, because Lotus must be on 2D because they are using it.
The Prost has used boost. It's just recharging. He hasn't used it for ages. But
okay.
yeah, it's very, very difficult. You click it on the touchscreen, it doesn't work in the app. And
maybe
then
it's
you've got
just
to
a problem
use
with
the
your
mouse,
device.
and then it doesn't sometimes work. Well, doubt it.
Anyway, Pache using half. Yeah,
I suspect it's because I'm using a touchscreen, not a mouse.
Yeah, possibly. I think it's just astronomical amounts of boost being used by the AI, and they get it so easily now because with the recharge. I don't mind it, to be honest. It makes it interesting. Doesn't make some drivers.
Yeah, well, I'm sure Alfa Romeo will be thrilled by that.
Yeah, I know.
Alfa Romeo will end up finishing fourth and then complain
enormously. Scheckter on
enormously.
it now. Finally, I've seen him doing it in the race, but barely used it. And he's up behind Jabby and Chiva. Chiva didn't defend very well there, and Jabby went past him.
Actually, Peterson got balked there by Bourdais.
I'm not really sure what I can make of this at the moment. Bourdais fourth now ahead of Perch again. Cross third, easy third for him at the moment. Not really got much to fight for. It seems now that Jerry has taken command of this race at the moment. He's got more boost, the fresher tyres. He's over nearly 2 seconds ahead of his teammate. Lotus can really do anything they want as long as they don't have a problem with fuel. Yeah,
I don't think Prost is going to be able to close in 10 seconds.
No, I don't think the fuel... Well, to be fair, we're only just about now. We're obviously over half the race through, but
55-60% of the way in.
Yeah, four laps and over halfway through. But yeah, I think it's going to be difficult for him really, but on his own especially.
Yes, nil tyre temp for RWB, but what can they do?
I suppose Prost won't mind though, because third place is good enough in this stage of the championship.
I think he'll take it. So I don't know what Ligier doing.
Anyway, here goes
Ligier trying to block Peterson. Yeah, I don't know what they're doing.
Oh god, yes, I forgot. They've got their manager in there. I mean, this is a great race from Ligier, despite it. As long as they finish it.
Yeah, I'm very... well, if they finish and they finish ahead of Alfa Romeo, that'd be interesting.
It's good to see two Ligiers up at this far end of the as well, not just one in a race. Is this the 19... Well, as I was about to say 1979, that was
it's going to be Ligier's 100th race soon.
Yeah, Reutemann in then on the soft tyres. Where's he going to come out now? Okay, yeah, it's going to be difficult actually now. Stommel probably can beat Prost now because he's on the right tyre. That's why. But to be fair, he's going to have to stop. Is he going to have to? No, he's going to have to stop the same amount of times now, isn't he? Even at this stage, because he's not going to get. Is he going to get far enough for him?
Yeah, Peterson can't pass Bourdais. He can't find a gap to go past the Frenchman.
Is Stomlin going to be able to do enough to only do one other stop?
No, I suspect he's going to pit twice now.
Okay, so yeah, he has basically lost out now to Prost.
Yeah, he has. He has. Because he's now on the right tyre. If he...
Yeah, he should have done that earlier. He should have done that on his
if he was
second.
going to change to the 4 stop, he should have done it on his first stop.
It will recover some... No, it probably won't though, will it really? Because he will just fall behind now with the extra stop. So he's just
Jarry
in. He just has to hope he's much quicker now that he can catch him all back.
Yeah, it's not really worked out for Nannini here. Shame for the Italian.
Jarry and Prost in, then Reutemann is going to assume the lead pretty easily, I suspect.
Yes, well, not a surprise.
Okay, I was about to say easily, not that much though. He's still a little bit ahead. But yeah, that undercut is very good.
Prost comes out right ahead of... That's the worst place he's going to come out, I suspect.
Stomlin. Oh, sorry, no, ahead of just Nannini and Scheckter. Stomlin. Very far.
You make the move and it's fine, but... I mean, because Peterson is stuck by Bourdais, he can't get past, but Prost can't defend on fresh tyres.
You know, it's like the DRS phases in and out. It's like the DRS phases in and out on the UI. I don't know if that's actually what's happening in game, but it just looks really weird. But anyway.
One of the arrows has had a good showing there. I think that must be Service Gavin actually doing a better job than Mauro Baldi for once, a rare
side. But I mean, that's because he was on the right tyre at the start of the race, and the arrows is so bad. If you're going to be last on the grid, on the wrong tyre, you're going to fall behind
not working
so
for...
much.
I have to say, I think the driver who's doing the best job in this race of anybody is the man who's made one stop and is in the top 10, which is Jody Scheckter. I don't think anyone's driven better than Scheckter today.
Oh, I agree, but it's unfortunate that he could have been probably much further up there.
Prost has passed Nannini.
Rather than fighting for a singular point that he might get, which is really slim pickings for him, and that's why he's likely going to go off to McLaren next season. Absolutely fed up with the situation too.
Yeah, Prost... Okay, now Prost can defend from Nannini, and Nannini goes on the boost to try and assist himself, but it can't.
Prost
it doesn't work.
13.5 seconds behind the two losses. Yeah, that's definitely it. His fight is just on his own for third.
Bourdais actually might be a serious threat to Prost's third place.
True as well. I think, well, he could be fourth, can't he? That's for sure.
I think Bourdais is actually a serious contender. Yeah, it's very interesting.
Yeah, it's very interesting. They are another one of those teams that are playing those design points, mostly because I just play them. But yeah. Anyway, Jabouille along with Peterson, who's slightly recovered after having been put on the mediums earlier. So he will get a decent result.
Yeah, but Peterson was fine, to be honest. The mediums I don't think were that bad for him.
No, not for the one stint, considering where he was.
Cheever's now ended up right here.
So Stomlin in...
Oh, and the boosting doesn't work because it just jams out and you can't bloody use it. Prost has now got full battery, but once again, I can use 1% at a time. I can't use more. I can't ram it down.
Yeah, I can hear that. It's like you've got a stuttering engine.
Yeah.
As you're up behind...
Well, anyway.
You're up behind Pache at the moment. He's used half of his boost.
Nannini's starting to close in on Pache.
Far back. Still that class of absolute dung at the back of the grid of Chris Amon, Rodriguez, Baldi and Beltois.
I guarantee that Alfa Romeo are going to complain about the game, even though
their result at the moment is not as bad as it might have been. Like,
they're going to get a decent result. They're going to get a decent result to begin with.
It's early in the season.
That's the first thing.
It's early in the season.
But also, you've seen on the broadcast that it's absolutely fine. There's no issues with the way the game works. It's fine.
There's some issues, but they're not issues that can't be, amended. And it's not like the game is completely unplayable, so he just needs to get used to it for now. And if anything, it's
just needs to deal with the fact
considering how much angst he has with the game at the moment, the result is not that bad. It's not like when I quit many times, and that was because I was getting things like 13 and 14 races, which were mostly self-inflicted, but still. Mostly because of my
Well, for Romeo's problems, they are self-inflicted for going on the wrong tyre.
Yeah, and they're still going to get a top result. Not a top result, but a good result.
But also, one of the main things they were complaining about earlier in the week is that when it was a hot race in Singapore, in another championship, you couldn't control the tyres. I don't know why he went on mediums at 9 degrees, but anyway.
I wonder if he'll just try... Will he go to mediums? No, he's going to
Super soft.
That's just making the situation worse. But then again, he's going to have to stop again. Well,
I think that's interesting. It's an interesting move.
Definitely
Yeah,
going to have to stop again.
Quite a move.
I know, he might as well throw something at the wall and see if it works. He has to stop. He would have probably had to stop again anyway, unless he's fitted the mediums and just tried it. Tried to get to the end. It would have been difficult anyway with the amount of laps left. But, yeah. We'll see how quick he is. Probably not much quicker.
I think Bourdais is a genuine contender for 3rd place.
Yeah, at the moment. It's in a fight with Peterson over the top 5, that's for sure.
Yeah, I don't think Scheckter's going to score today.
No, unfortunately not. Just on the wrong strap. Just on the wrong strap, really. He's done as best as he can.
He's miles ahead of his teammate.
Yeah. Yeah, the Rinder's been horrendous again. And I think that's probably why he's not going to be on the grid next season. But, so is the rumor.
Okay, I think Depay is going to go back to mediums and try and go make it to the end.
Well,
I suspect is what he's going to do.
And that's probably going to be
Patchy's going to the end.
It's a bit more than you probably would want for a prescribed stint, wouldn't it, for the mediums?
No, the medium wear's gone down compared to previously. It's no longer.
Yeah, but Stomlin only went 11.
Peterson, look at Peterson really struggles. Yeah, no. Yeah, I think you can do 13 though. Peterson really actually you can't use the mediums at all. They'll have no tyre temperature. But I think in terms of wear, why are arrows? Sorry, not arrows. Literally blocking Peterson. I don't think it's particularly constructive.
No. Well, to be fair, Peterson's on the same strat at the moment and he's quicker, so they are fighting.
Yeah, but just stick behind him and get DRS, no?
Yeah, but you can be stuck up behind the car anyway. It's not like how previously you would just get up behind one and get DRS and clear off. I mean, they're still closing in on Prost despite that, so both of them are quick at this stage of the race.
Yeah, but Prost is now quicker than the Lotus's. Lotus's advantage, look how bad, they're now 6/10 laps slower. Yeah, it's too late, it's not enough. Okay, I don't know why they've gone super soft for Depay. I would have gone mediums and gone to the end, but...
Yeah.
I mean, this is a chance where actually you want to use the medium tyres, unlike most of the race. So
Bourdais and Peterson are just quicker than Prost at this point.
Yeah, Prost is quicker than... Is Bourdais going to block again? I really hope he's not.
Couldn't defend, but he's going for the position again. He's going for it naturally. That was close. Not possible, I don't think. I think Peterson's just quicker at this point.
Yeah, well, you've got a better drive.
Which isn't helpful for Bourdais because it's obvious... Oh, here we go.
Oh, he's boosting. I don't know why. It doesn't seem to be constructive to me to do that.
To be fair, you're the one who's managing the plan, but anyway. I think he's just doing that because he needs to have a... If he's going to be stuck up behind Peterson, he's got no chance of being Prost. He's got no chance. At least in this situation, he might have a chance just with pure pace. If he was stuck up behind Peterson, he would be just stuck up behind him for the rest of the race. He might even lose 5th. Sorry, 4th. 5th is definitely.
I think it's going to be quite tight on fuel.
Yeah, probably.
As anyway, in Bahrain.
Yeah, indeed. But anyway, here we are. Bourdais, he's not going to get past Prost. Prost will defend quite easily. It's not close enough anyway. Will he overtake him on the outside of the corner though?
X is suddenly in the top 10.
Yeah, RWB recovered. Again, they're on the soft tyre, so I'm not surprised by that. There's Depay and Stomlin. It's just not going to work though. They have to stop again, and everyone else is going to the end.
Everyone has to stop again, but they're right here, aren't they? They're on the back of they're on the back of Xabi. They're not on the back of the battle for 3rd, so they'll probably get 7th and 8th.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just saying though, like if they made it worse for themselves, really. They're having to now fight back. It might be Jabri, I guess, because Jabri's on his own. But I think it'd be hard to get to this group here of Peterson, Prost, and Bourdais. This is a rather manic group of cars. Peterson ahead of Bourdais again. Now he should just stay there. But he's just passed him naturally. Maybe Peterson back.
Yeah, I let him through. I let him through. Yeah, I did.
You just about did it correctly.
Let him through.
Yeah, that just about worked because he passed him in the corner. But that wasn't enough. And now Prost is in the way of Bourdais, and now Bourdais getting on the boost to try and get ahead of Prost, because he should just be quicker
Prost
anyway.
On the boost, because...
Yeah, I said that, Prost on the boost. I mean, Bourdais should just be quicker anyway, if it's good enough. Not clearly not being blocked by Prost. Although I think that's just because Prost's pace is down. Anyway, what's the progress of the two alphas? So Stomlin is going up after Jabby. So it'll still be difficult for him though, because he's going to have to pit soon. And the amount of pace he's getting over is just going to get less and less. Reutemann and Prosting, obviously, for their last stop. Manic. I wonder if this has made Arrow's situation worse or better in terms of the lead.
Don't know.
Because I'm trying to think how far behind they've been in races before today. Probably about.
I'd say look how much
2 seconds usually, because that's what
Eaton is closed on Charrier.
Yeah. Indeed. Might still be possible. Charrier's got more boost though.
Yeah.
See, the thing is, I think that amount being caught would be much greater if it was an AI in charge of Lotus though.
Oh yeah, I think it is, because a decent manager can
do a lot
really
more
solve. Yeah.
Because that's obviously what happened in Valencia, but Mansilla won in that case because Till put the wrong strategy on for one stint of the race and lost it. Had to boost, but didn't have enough to get ahead before Mansilla used the rest of his.
Oh, I've just realised there is no actual regulation that states I can't, for RWB, dump all of their boosts now and then do it again at the end of the last lap.
Yes.
There's no actual provision for that.
But there should after this race if it doesn't happen.
Yes, they're going to have to write a rule.
Anyway.
Andretti's now ahead of someone.
So presumably that means you can do it in the middle of the race. In any point
and
of
then
the
do it
race.
again.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's basically well, it's one deployment, so or it will be. Pai is now really trying to catch Prost, but he's going to have to pit again, and Prost doesn't have to pit again, so it doesn't really matter.
Right. Let's see.
Jackie Ixby in this lap.
Yeah, let's see if Prost can do anything about the Lotuses.
Well, Ligier are costing Lotus time, I think.
They are. Because they're much closer now. He's only about 6 seconds behind Jarry. So that's much less than it was. Will it be enough, though? I don't know. Could be. Not helping that these Ligiers are in the way, but they're fighting for their own cause, really. They can't really be dillying about and helping Lotus. They don't care. I don't suspect Lotus are that phased by it. I think they completely just win with one driver. If they have to, they'll just...
Yeah, well, Depay
if they have to, they will sacrifice another driver for the other. If it's necessary. Anyway, Prost ahead of Depay. Yet to pit these guys. Stomlin has, so let's see what pace he's got to the end.
Depay is probably going to go in this lap, I presume.
Yeah, he will do. A lap up. 2 laps after, or a lap after.
Jabri and Bourdais, and so Bourdais getting shafted here. He's going to have to be double stacked.
I think that was probably an error. I think obviously it's been on the scheduled stop lap, and then he's also pressed on Jabri to pit. I don't mind it if it helps Jabri. He's 5th now, but not for long, because Stomlin should pass him with ease. But
I'm not sure why.
But the question is, will those tyres die out and will Ligier get back ahead? He's defending anyway. Alpha have had their trouble passing the Ligiers in this race.
Yeah, well, so did Peterson. Peterson spent half the race stuff on.
But a lot of other cars managed to pass the Ligiers with DRS, even though they were further behind. Here go now the RWBs. This is going to be interesting. How far this will get them ahead of everyone. Problem is though, he has to. Oh no, he doesn't have to pit. Sorry.
You can't bloody boost with
Yeah.
On the PC app, you can't boost on the PC.
Somehow out of nowhere, Andretti's now 11th and almost on the brink of points. It's not going to happen, obviously, because there's too many fast cars in front. But he's ahead of Schecht in this race. So, on the basis of that, you would say that Andretti's done a better performance than the South African today. Done the same strat. It's just very bizarre.
Yeah, I don't quite know how that happened.
I think just the way of the race, of how they work now. I think that's why that's happened. Anyway, Wow, what interesting news. Bowley switches to soft tyres in 20th. At fucking last.
How many laps down is he?
I don't... One, I think? Maybe not even one, actually. No, because it's a long lap,
Actually
isn't
on the
it?
lead lap.
Yeah, because it's like 1 minute.
Yeah, we're doing 1 minute 50.
40.
It's not the...
Yeah.
Well, it was 1 minute 12 in practice.
Yes, it was, but it's 1 minute 40s and 50s in races. Most. Well,
So where's Depay now? Because Depay might have some trouble here.
yeah, he will do. He's 12. He's going to get back through these guys, isn't he? So he's going to be getting points. As long as there's no issue with the fuel, again. It's interesting for Chiva, though. He's not going to be on the podium, but will he remain in fifth? He probably will.
No.
No, not with the boost situation, I suppose. But he's going to get a good points haul, again, just with that boost being used. Still, Stomlin, this is getting
But it's
harder.
not worked for it.
I know, yeah, it's getting harder
and
and harder now for Stomlin to beat.
Chiva's really doing a good job at blocking Prost.
He is.
Can we 6 seconds between Peterson and Reutemann?
Yeah. Super soft tyres, though, so they're going to degrade as it goes on.
Yeah, they are a couple laps younger.
No, they're the same lap.
They're not the same age.
They're the same age as Stomlin's.
That's not true because Prost pitted on the same lap as Stommelen. So it's clearly
Peterson's super soft, sorry, are the same as
right.
as Stomlin's.
Oh no, maybe it was the same lap for Peterson and
It was. Prost is on that tyres, on the softs, obviously. Yeah, he's got the same lap tyres as the earlier stopper for Lotus, which is Reutemann. Jarrett's got the youngest of
right.
soft tyres.
How's Prost going to get past Chiva? Prost is
Legier's,
not going to get past
Chiva. And also, yeah,
so you've got to use the boost, but you can't really use the boost. That's the problem. It doesn't work.
Jabby's already passed Chiva. Sorry, no. He's passed. Sorry, he's still ahead of Stockton, I should say. But he'll get up behind Chiva and he should beat him. But he could keep it.
So Brabham, it's gone terribly wrong for Brabham.
I suspect Jabby should be quicker than... Yeah, he's quicker than Chiva at this moment in the race. But he's got DRS behind the McLaren, hasn't he? Well, both McLarens. So McLaren could do him a favour.
I suspect he doesn't anymore.
Although McLaren have kind of got a possible race to win here, so they can't really just help IWB. It's still going to be
difficult. They want to. The McLaren also do not have enough fuel to make it to the finish. They are a litre short.
That's interesting. I hope Jabby can get a podium.
If Prost loses DRS off Peterson, I don't know how or why.
Don't know why Jabby's boosting there. No real need for that. He's ahead of Stomlin, and even though Stomlin has had DRS behind him, he hasn't been able to pass him. Just save it for the end of the race. Here's Chiva. This is helping him. This is helping him a lot. It's whether it's enough to get him there, though. Anyway.
McLaren are going to run out now. Well, sorry, that time next lap. They're going to run out the final corner.
We'll see, because, I mean, it didn't happen as early as we thought it did last weekend. So we'll see. Anyway, the final lap now. Jarrier, is he going to win this race, or is it going to be Reutemann? I suspect it'll be Jarrier. He's got more boost, and he should be able to defend off the DRS. Anyway, is Jabby going with his boost? He is. He might not beat Chiva. Suspecting. I don't think he is. Yeah, I think Chiva's got fifth.
He's there already, though. They're not there already.
Yeah, but Jabby's only got a bit sliver more boost, and now he's got less. He's got less now.
He's ahead.
He's ahead, but Chiva's still got a bit of boost to use, hasn't he?
Yeah, that's the recharge. He's not using it.
Oh, okay, fair enough. So how much recharge you get? That takes one,
2%, 4%.
Anyway,
yeah, 1%.
Oh, they're going to run out of fuel.
Rint does.
I don't think the McLarens are going to run out of fuel. I think they're all right.
Peterson's out already. Prost is out as well.
Well, it hasn't really affected him that much. No, it does. Jabby gets third, but of course Reutemann wins the race. Didn't really see that happening. For some reason Jarry has been not being allowed the win, despite having more boost. But anyway, Jabby third. McLaren's fourth and fifth of Prost and Peterson. Bourdais and double score for Ligier with 6th place. Alfa Romeo, I suspect, won't be happy with 7th and 9th. That's Stomlin, and then in between Chiva and in the RWB in 8th. Obviously, as I said, the Pi in 9th. The other RWB of Ix with a okay-ish performance in 10th. Somehow, in the end, both Brabhams don't score points, but 11th and 12th.
That's medium tyres.
Yeah, I know. That follows Pache in 12th. Somehow Andretti ahead of, well, to be fair, both Tyrrell's retired in the end. They didn't have a few. Andretti in 13th somehow was ahead of Scheckter later in the race. It's just bizarre. Gavan 14th only ended up just over a 10th ahead of his teammate Baldi. Somehow. Must have run out of fuel. And then the last finisher of the race, Chris Amon, not a very good day for him. And the 4 retirements of Scheckter, don't know who the other Aston. I don't know.
Oh, they retired.
Yeah, I don't know who the first Aston Martin was. Oh, sorry, no, I can. So I'll just go to the driver. Beltoir from Rodriguez and Win. That's 17th to 20th from Scheckter to Witt. Indeed, so that's interesting. Don't know, really should have been focusing on the front group there, but I was most interested in where Jabri would come out. That I didn't really have a look at.
But he finished third. But that's very interesting for the championship because Carlos Reutemann now leads it thanks to being allowed to win it. 50 points, 5 points ahead of Patrick Depay on 45, and 39 for Ronnie Peterson, 36 for Jean-Pierre Jarier, 35 for Alain Prost. It's a very close top 5. Rolf Stommelen, the reigning champion, 6th on 28. Jabri, podium, puts him into 7th with 21 points, ahead of Andretti, who's on 18, Eamon on 12, Bourdais on 8, Chiva on 6, Rodriguez and Pachi both on 2, Ix now on 1 with the last scorer. Then it is yet to score Scheckter, Nannini, Rindt, Servos Gavan, Baldi and Beltoir. And in the teams championship, Lotus take the lead, 86 points, then 74 for McLaren, 73 for Alfa Romeo, 30 for Ferrari, 29 for Ligier, 7 for RWB, and then 2 apiece for Aston Martin and Brabham, and yet to score Tyrrell and Arrows.
Yeah, desperate set of events for that team, but that's what happens. We'll catch you guys later, of course, for it's next Friday's, it is next Friday at this point. Boxing Day's race at Turkey, which is always a tradition. One that was going to be avoided this season until a certain member said that it should be the case. But anyway, we will see you there for round 4 of the championship. Until then...